Hello my dear students. Today we will study about air, water and weather. This is a continuation of a previous chapter where we studied about the composition of air and the layers of atmosphere, and also about a brief idea about the uses of air. So today we are going to study about the properties of air and also about the uses, the extensive uses of air. So as you all know that air is odorless. You cannot see air, but we can feel it. You can feel the cool breeze near the sea, and also you can hear the rustling sound of the leaves. So you can feel that the air is around us. Yes, so certain properties of air is there which makes it very clear that it has certain things, that it has weight, it can exert pressure, and it is very essential for the life on the earth. So what are the properties of air? First property is that air occupies space. What does air occupy? The air occupies space. This can be shown by a very simple experiment which you can do at home. Air occupies space, that it covers some space, and when you see an empty glass, you cannot say that empty glass not filled with water has nothing in it. Yes, it has air in it. So for the experiment, you can take a bucket full of water. You can take a bucket full of water. Okay, this is a bucket full of water you can take, and you can take a glass, empty glass. This is a bucket and an empty glass you can take, and what you have to do, the empty glass, you invert it on the water and you try to push it. When you try to push it, you will not be able to push through it when it is in straight position. This is because the empty glass has some air inside it. But as soon as you tilt it, like this, if you tilt it, yes, you can see the bubbles of air that gushes out inside the water. What is this? This is nothing but air. What happens when you tilt the glass, the water gushes into the glass, goes into the glass, and the air inside the glass escapes out, and now the glass is filled with water. So this shows that the air occupies space. Yes, and what is the next property? That air has weight. It can be proven by a very simple experiment, and I am sure that you will enjoy it. Take a stick and inflate two balloons and tie at the end of the stick and hold in the middle. When you hold in the middle, inflate both the balloons of the same amount of air, and when you hold at the balloon, the stick will be balanced. But when you prick it, what happens? We prick one balloon on the left side of the balloon, you prick it. So what happens? This will be tilted towards, this is pricked balloon, and this will be tilted towards the balloon that is inflated. Yes, so it shows that the inside the balloon there was some amount of air because you filled in with the air, and when you prick the balloon, the air on one side is not there and other side it has air. So the balance is disturbed and it tilts towards the other side, that is inflated balloon. So it shows that the air has some weight. Now air exerts pressure. How you will show that air exerts pressure? Yes, air do exerts pressure. You take a glass filled with water up to the brim. You take the glass filled with water, okay, up to the brim it should be filled with water. Cover the glass with the cardboard. This is a cardboard. You cover the glass with the cardboard like this. This is a glass and you cover the glass with the cardboard. Now quickly you turn it upside down, and when you turn it upside down, what happens? You will see that the water will still not fall. The water will still not fall from the glass. when we tilt it also, it will not fall, the water will not fall, it will not seep out, because the air outside the cardboard will exert some pressure on the cardboard, and hence it shows that the air exerts pressure. So the water, even it is tilted, when the water inside the glass covered with a cardboard, if it is tilted, made upside down, the water will not fall. This shows that the air exerts pressure. Yes. Now air is needed for burning. How air is needed for burning? You light a candle. Yes. Now what you will do? You cover this candle with some jar, big jar, or a glass, big glass. You cover it. You will see that after some time this candle will extinguish. The candle will extinguish means it will not burn anymore. So what it shows, that the air is required for burning anything, the fire and all what you will burn, the air is required for it. Mainly the oxygen from the air is very much required to burn. Yes. So these are all about the properties of air. Now coming to the uses of air. The air has very important use. What it is? Air is needed for breathing. You breathe in and breathe out. What you breathe in? You breathe in oxygen. And what you breathe out? You breathe out carbon dioxide. So the oxygen, what you breathe in. So all living things need oxygen to breathe. Yes, the oxygen is used by the animal and the human beings to break the food, and the energy is released. Yes, so you take in oxygen, and what happens? It goes through your nostril to the lungs, and from the lungs it distributed to the various parts of the body. Yes, there the food is burnt with the help of this oxygen, and the energy is released, and this energy is very much required for you to do various works like work, play, run, anything. What amount of activities you do, you consume energy for doing that, and for that you require food. And what breaks down food? This is the oxygen. And what happens? Ultimately when the food is broken down, the carbon dioxide is collected from the various parts of the body, and it is given out through the to the lungs, and through the nostril it comes out, and we take in oxygen, and give out carbon dioxide. The nose take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. So oxygen is needed by animals to produce energy. Food is burned, thereby oxygen and carbon dioxide is produced, which is thrown out. Yes. So the second use is air carries sound. So without air you will not be able to hear any sound. Somebody is blowing a trumpet also, if air is not there, you will not able to hear it. So sound is a medium through which air is a medium through which sound travels. So without air, the drum which you beat, but you will not be able to hear it. This is because the sound needs a medium to reach our ear, and when it reaches the eardrum, when you speak or clap your hand, so what happens? It has vibration, and this vibration will reach your ear, and then the eardrum converts into sound. So this is what happens. The vibration reaches your eardrum, and the ear turns them into sound. So this is very much required. Air carries sound. So air pressure is very much important in our daily life. This is the third property. Air pressure. We have studied about the air exerts pressure. So this pressure is very much used in the syringe, in the hand pump, in the drinking straw, in the dropper. Everything it requires the air pressure. So this can be demonstrated by a very simple experiment. And what you will do, you will take a glass and a straw. You drink your juice with a straw. Yes, the kids generally drinks the juice with the straw, and sometimes what they do, they blow air inside the straw and the bubbles comes out. This is the juice and the bubbles comes out. This is what? This is nothing but the air that is given out in the juice or a water. So what happens here? How the air pressure is created when you suck in, when you try to suck in the juice, what happens? Firstly, there is air present inside the straw. The air pressure outside, that is outside the liquid, is more than the air pressure inside the straw. So what happens? This helps in pushing the water or juice inside the straw and hence ultimately inside your mouth. So air pressure outside the liquid is more than inside the straw, and this helps you to drink anything with the help of a straw. This function also works with the syringe, dropper, drinking straw, hand pump. It is clear that air pressure is very much important in a daily life. Some other uses of air is also there. What are the uses? It is used for burning. We have learned that is the fourth property. Without air there will not be any fire. You will not be able to lit a fire without air. That is, oxygen is needed for burning. Oxygen present in the air is used for burning. Also, the oxygen present in the air is very much required for the human beings to breathe in and break down the food so that energy is released. Also, this air is very much used for filling the tire tubes, balloons, footballs, etc. The nitrogen present in the air is very useful for the plants, and from the nitrogen many fertilizers are made, so that it is very much beneficial for the plants. The marine plants and animals also take in dissolved oxygen so that they can breathe and they can survive. Wind is also a source of energy. It is used to produce electricity, and also it is used in some cases for the mechanical work. So these are the various importance of air, and also we discussed about the properties of air. So we will just recap. What are the properties of air? Air occupies space first, air has weight second, air exerts pressure third, and air is very much required for burning. And what are the uses of air? Air is required for respiration or for breathing. Yes, air carries sound. Without air, we will not be able to hear any sound. And air is also used for the daily life activities, like it is used in syringe, dropper, hand pump, and drinking straw. So we studied about the uses of air and also the properties of air. Thank you.